Previously on Dice Paper Roll.
The remaining 4 awakened in the chamber neath the moat. They searched for clues of battle, but they couldn't find a jot. The ailing Brackeye seemed to see some trees that were not there. The remaining 3 searched desperately for crevice, door or stair. Without his cloak, Elan was very conscious of the breeze. So no surprise, he was the first to sense the crack of their reprieve. Out a cave, top a hill, was where the 4 found themselves to be, with greenery and signs of life as far as the eye could see. When, with a flash, a falling star burst through this jungle scene and crashed to earth with shriek of bird and terrible debris.
Welcome back to Dice Paper Roll. This is Book 2, Chapter 2. We've got a show coming up at Adelaide Fringe Festival. Our dates are the 8th to the 16th of March, and we'll be there performing our show, A Bedtime Story with Dice Paper Roll. Head to our website if you are in Adelaide or you want to come along to a show, because we are at the A Club, and tickets are cheap.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got the 10:20 slot too, so it's going to be loose.
Yeah, it's going to be lots of fun.
Yeah.
Should we tell them the concept?
Bedtime stories.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be telling bedtime stories. We're going to kind of...
Fairy tale.
Yeah, we're going to sort of take stuff that you probly might have heard before, totally royalty-free, no copyright issues.
Uncopyrighted material.
And we're going to insert the type
Ourselves,
5 into them.
and hopefully some guests as well through the season.
Yeah.
So
That'd be awesome.
if you're in Adelaide, come down to the A Club at 10:20 p.m. between the 8th and 16th of March 2019.
We're
Get
going
on
to
it.
be gallivanting around Fringe too. So
Yeah.
if you're around,
for
hit
sure.
us up on social media and we'll catch up.
Yeah. Let's get to it.
My name is Emil, and I play Brackeye, the Goliath barbarian, who's feeling a bit under the weather right now and after just what's just happened.
My name's Greg. I'm playing Aelan, Aeron, Aeon, an Asamar, sorcerer of Helm, who's feeling sad inside but unwilling to reveal it.
And I'm Dan. I'm playing Thundor, the human fighter and cleric of Tempest, and he's fine. Yeah, he's fine. It's fine. It's okay.
In denial also could be another one. But
No, he's
anyway.
fine.
I'm Ben. I play Snatch, the halfling rogue, who is probably mostly hungry and sad and despondent. And I'm also the dungeon master, who is those
Sad and
things as well.
despondent.
Yeah.
Look, guys, I don't think we need any more commentary on how the religious characters are bearing their emotions. Okay, let's move on.
On their
All right.
sleeves.
So, let's kick off. We left the last game. You just emerged onto a rocky ledge, kind of high up. Not super high up, but enough to see that Greymead is nowhere in sight. You saw a meteor shower raining down upon the earth, and one very bright meteor in the distance crashed into the ground and sent birds flying everywhere. What do you do?
Is there any wood around that we can use to build a fire?
Roll a perception check.
I will. 10.
10.
Oh, no. Turn that upside down. 7.
I don't even know
I
how
rolled
a
a
10
6.
upside down is
A
a
6,
7.
I get a plus
Oh,
one.
okay, right. Okay. You forage around and you find no fucking wood. You are in a cave on the side of a kind of mountain or side of a hillside. No trees.
Oh, strange. There's no trees in this cave.
Yeah, Brackeye was having that issue earlier. All right. Well, okay. What we need to do is we need to look after Brackeye. So maybe we should pull him into the cave more. I'll wrap him in my cloak, and then maybe I'll go venturing down the mountainside and see if I can try and grab us some firewood or something like that.
As you're speaking, Alan starts undoing his cloak wrapped around him.
No, there's no need to do that. I've got a full length cloak that's
As
right.
you do,
Yeah,
it
sorry.
disintegrates from like it was barely holding together.
No!
Because it was burnt and scorched. And same with yours as well, actually, Thandor. Yours got burnt pretty badly in the final confrontation of Book 1. So you just wrap a bunch of charcoal around Brackeye, basically. But, you know, it's a thought that counts.
How about you, Snatch? Have you got a cloak going on there that maybe isn't so scorched?
Yeah, you're hairy. You don't need so many layers.
Well, yeah,
Too
but I'm-
small for me, plus I wouldn't go climbing down mountains in that armor, says Brackeye to Thandor.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's some good thinking.
Sorry to interrupt you, Snatch.
No, you just said exactly what I was going to say. I'm small and it wouldn't fit you, and I'm cold. I'm cold, and he wraps it around himself as if he's cold, but you can see the sweat dripping down his face.
Aren't you a good climber, Snatch?
I've boasted my efforts. What are you going to make me climb somewhere?
Oh, no, I was just saying, wouldn't you want to get some wood for your sick, poor friend,
I'll do
Brackeye?
it. Brackeye walks towards the ledge really kind of
No,
easily.
No. We'll stop you.
Right, fine.
Yeah, Thandor comes up and like puts one arm around like your shoulders and does like the whole kind of quick wheel about sort of turning motion where you just like kind of you're going off the ledge and then I just spin you back.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to go and get some wood. And Brackeye walks towards the cave as though it's the ledge, and then goes to climb down, and then kind of climbs himself into a horizontal position and just falls.
Climbs himself into a horizontal position.
You heard.
You heard me, damn it.
And that's exactly what it looks like.
Picture that in your motherfucking mind's eye.
You draw that, Jack.
Dice paper roll, and you
and-
do the work.
So Brackeye, utterly overcome with exhaustion, climbing yourself into your horizontal position, you fall fast asleep. The rest of you
Shivering.
are left there. He is shivering, and reluctantly, Snatch walks over and throws the cloak over you. He's like, "All right, well, I suppose we should go out and see what there is to see, right?"
How warm is it?
It is muggy.
Okay,
It's quite humid.
so I'm okay.
You actually
Buck
feel
naked.
almost buck naked. You feel really quite good. You're still warm.
Oh, so I've got a bit of cloak left?
You got a bit of cloak,
Oh.
just covering the important bits.
Okay, good.
Yeah, just so we don't have to go down that whole naked path
Rabbit
again.
hole again.
Yeah.
The
thank you.
sweat is just pouring down.
You're in full
Thandor's
plate.
face. He's in full plate armor. Like he is struggling, but still trying to keep his composure and trying to be a leader when he's not really a leader, but he's doing his best. God damn it!
It is hot. It is hot, but you are leading. Are you leading the way outside the cave mouth?
Yeah.
So as you guys get outside, you take a bit of a look around, and you're probably about the same height as maybe you were if you were on the top of, say, the Keep of Greymead, the walls with Lady Verisal. About the same height up. You look out over dense jungle, and you sort of go, all right, where the fuck are we going to get wood? There's lots of trees down there. And you look down to your left, and there is a pathway up the ledge. Continues down a path.
Well, I feel a bit nervous about leaving Brackeye on his own. Yeah.
Do you want to stay here, do you, Aiden?
So defenseless.
Well, yeah. Come on, Thandor. You help me. I can't go alone.
No, I'm just trying to think about this. Like, is there a way that we can try and... Can we make a splint or... Like, not a splint, what is it? Like
a stretcher.
a stretcher, that's the one.
Yeah,
Where we
you know
can-
what we need for that? Wood.
Fuck. And cloth.
Yeah.
We're short
I
on
don't
cloth
have much of that either,
and
sorry.
wood.
Yeah. What if we piggyback him across all three of us?
Because you're the strong guy.
Well, I'll take the feet, and Snatch can take the body, and you take the head, because
I'm
you're
not-
already wearing heavy armor.
Me, lift Brackeye.
Yeah.
I'm not lifting anything. He's fast asleep. We're not waking him up anytime soon.
How far does it seem down the path? Like, how long will it take us to get down the path?
Yeah, how long are we looking at traveling?
Oh,
before we
maybe-
can get to some...
Half
Well,
an hour? Maybe?
Yeah, well, you've
Half
got
an
the
hour?
choppy thing, so you boys get the wood, and I'll stay here and, tend to Brackeye. I'll pat him down with a damp cloth.
You don't have any cloth.
It's a moist towelette, but
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Look, I don't want to really check that out. So,
I don't want to litmus test that one.
I'm not going to go into that. All right, cool. All right. Well, Thandor starts making his way down the pathway, just trying to keep an eye out for whatever would be like really long branches that would work as some kind of stretcher, as well as just dry twigs and that kind of thing that'll make for a fire.
Great. Snatch joins you. You make your way down this rocky pathway and descend towards the level of the trees, and there is wood everywhere. So, wow, Thandor, look at all this wood everywhere. I reckon we can probably take our pick. Wow, I'm pretty chipper for someone who's just lost one of his best friends.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, no worries. Well, I'll start chopping some wood.
What are you shopping with?
My glaive.
Okay, cool.
The
That'll
choppy
work.
thing.
The
Oh,
choppy
yeah.
thing.
I wasn't sure if Phelan was meaning an axe when he said choppy thing, but anyway.
I don't carry an axe. Don't be silly, Snatch. Little Snatch. You're so
What a
cute
date.
sometimes.
Alien things from far away. Snatch off that guy.
Aylan's just sitting on the edge of the cliff, like legs dangling over, just kicking his heels. One hand, one chin resting in one hand, thinking about Snatch being such a silly little man.
As you're doing that, Aylan, you cast your eyes out over the landscape and you see a river flowing through the trees. You can see the telltale signs of a river, and it actually occurs to you that the general shape of it looks somewhat familiar.
Can I do a history check to see?
Yeah, you can do an intelligence check.
I'm adding 0 to 6.
Smart guy.
Yeah, something's just tickling in the back of your mind that looks familiar. The shapes.
Very
shapes. Familiar.
riverly.
Trees and river.
Trees.
Meanwhile, down by the riverbank, with his choppy thing, Thandor is chopping away at the trees, and Snatch is sitting on a log eating his last apple.
Thandor is like...
Hurry up, mate.
Thandor's chopping at the wood, but he's like... not really kind of trying to cut branches. Like, he's just kind of hacking into the different trees and, like, just not really kind of taking any kind of, like, oh, that looks like a good branch or anything like that. He's just smashing trees and just trying to gather as much wood as he possibly
Yeah,
can.
you grab enough firewood for a long rest. It doesn't take you ages, but...
You do it angrily.
Yeah,
so,
and after a while, Snatch's like, Thandor, mate, you, I think you've got enough. You okay? You just trying to work a bit of anger out or something?
Huh? Yeah. No. Yeah. All right. We got the firewood. Okay, buddy. Let's get the firewood and let's get back to those guys up top. All right. Yeah. Let's go.
Ow, you don't have to punch me.
It was a friendly punch, man.
Yeah, but ow, it hurt.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing a gauntlet. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like I said, ow, let's go.
Okay.
And you both traipse your way back up to the cave where Aylan is sitting, looking over the edge, and Brackeye, you are
Dreaming
in the
of
cave.
like neon-colored T-Rexes that are like dancing in kaleidoscopic visions.
Yeah, there's some pretty trippy dreams.
Yeah, they got top hats and like and canes, and some of them do the cha-cha and kick ball change and that kind of thing.
As you come back, Aylan gets up, wiping his face, and greets you with a smile. Oh, wood! Great!
We got it. Thandor starts going straight to trying to start a fire.
Yeah, so you guys are wanting to rest, right? So you...
Just make a small pile.
Brecco's ahead of you there.
That's what I'm doing.
Brackeye
And then
is
I'll
well and
fireball
truly. Thandor makes a small pile of wood and very meticulously and carefully piles it in a little sort of pyramid of smaller bits of kindling, and then Aylan just goes and fireball? Fireball in the cave?
Not fireball. I don't have any
Firebolt.
third. Yeah, fireball.
I think you mean firebolt. Yeah, you send a
Sounds
firebolt.
cooler if you say fireball.
It does, but and then you're all dead. And it roars with fire and sets alight.
I love the image of like of Thandor building the fire so carefully, getting the last bit of paper out, tearing it, like turning it into little bits that'll catch a light with his tinderbox, and then Alan's just like, looks over, oh yeah, no.
That's exactly what it is. And then very quickly, within about 15, 20 minutes of this fire burning quite well, you are all very, very warm in this cave. It's a large cave, but it's warm. It's hot and muggy, and now there's a fire going. It's not exactly cold.
Thandor drags Brackeye closer to the fire and then takes his helm off, sets it down beside him, and just like kind of sits looking out at this strange and weird vista.
Alan lays down and just stares blankly at the wall.
Snatch curls up and falls asleep.
Brackeye, in spite of his proximity to the fire, shivers.
And 8 hours pass. It goes from kind of early morning to mid-afternoon, and you awake, and you feel somewhat refreshed.
Thandor didn't sleep.
Thandor didn't sleep.
No.
Why not?
He just sat there, just looking out.
Brackeye is dehydrated. He's feeling dry of mouth.
Yeah, I'm really thirsty.
And he's feeling less fatigued, at least. And wow. Has anyone got anything to eat?
I thought I had some. Nope.
No.
No.
I'm pretty thirsty as well. We now that we're all rested,
Water. That's a thought.
maybe we should go find some.
Yep.
We can't stay up here all day.
All right, well, let's
Go down to the river.
yeah,
Get
let's
some water?
start heading down to the river.
There's something about that river. Yeah, let's go.
Great. You grab your shit and you go. Brackeye, you are still feeling a little bit weak now that you're awake, but you are certainly feeling better than you were. Your level of exhaustion has been removed, but you're still feeling, just like you've got a bit of a flu coming on or something, and you're a little bit distracted by the weird-ass dreams that you're having in the middle of the day. But the four of you pick your way down the hillside, and the jungle stands before you. Tall trees, lush, verdant green everywhere, creepers making their way up the trees, and fronds everywhere. From deep within, the sounds of wildlife can be heard, birds and chirps of monkeys and other appropriate jungle animals.
We heard about places like these in the mountains. Never thought I'd see one, though.
Yes, I read about this jungle.
I'm not even going to go there. Don't worry about it, man. Yeah, this is. I don't know. I don't know what this is. I feel like I'm in a dream.
Should we head towards the river? It's
Time to make a survival check.
It's which way is it, Brackeye?
Not good. That's an 8 on survival.
Brackeye starts walking back up the pathway.
Okay.
Did you see a spring or something up there?
My nose is telling me that back up here is the way to go.
Just 1 second, mate. I'm just thinking maybe. Oh shit! I got a 7 on survival.
All right, how confident are you feeling about which way you're going?
I do not trust what Brackeye is thinking because he's sick, and I just think that he's not in the right state of mind, and I'm a leader for God's sake.
Yeah, great. So
I'm like, I say it's this way, okay?
And you rolled a 7
And I
on
rolled
your
a
survival.
7. Yep.
Great. Thandor confidently leads the way into the depths of the jungle, and his red-trimmed platinum plate, silver plate,
Mithril.
His red-trimmed mithril plate gleams in the sunlight, and he pushes his way through some ferns and disappears under the canopy.
I'm chopping ferns and vines and stuff out of the way with my glaive, like furiously, just like cutting my way through it, just like this way, guys. I know it.
He does seem very confident, and he did roll a 7.
Well then, I say we follow. Come on, Brackeye, and Snatch grabs you by the knee, loincloth. I don't know.
The leg bow.
The leg bow. Come on, mate. And you make your way into the jungle. And it becomes fairly clear after about 15 minutes that Thandor maybe doesn't know exactly where he's going.
How far away is the river, Thandor?
Oh, it's just past these trees. I'm telling you now, it's just past these trees.
Okay.
Brackeye makes another survival check.
Go for it.
He's seen all sorts of shit and rolls a 1. 5. It's definitely this way. I can smell water. It's this way. It's right over that bit there. Brackeye points the other direction to the left, not
No,
where Thandor's going.
I'm telling you, It's this way. Trust me on it. Okay? I got a 15.
You actually do hear the sound of running water off to the way that you just pointed.
Ah.
And now that you all actually stop to listen, you hear it too.
Yeah, I guess there's
But you also hear something else. You hear grunts and sort of yells in the distance and what seems to sound a little like some kind of scuffle.
That sounds like a scuffle.
No, I'm telling you, we gotta go this way,
the
guys.
Brackeye communicates in non-verbal language.
Oh, do you do your whole like hand signal thing
He
again?
just cocks his eyebrows.
Oh, like the rock.
I get it.
Oh.
I get it, Brackeye. Shut the fuck up. I'm picking up your non-verbal communication.
I have no idea what's going on.
Brackeye like stares at Snatch really intently.
Snatch leans back really slowly, his eyes wide, and then looks to Thandor and shrugs.
I don't know.
All right, well, where's this river then?
I'm saying it's this way. What's going on?
Did you hear the grunts?
The scuffle.
Which?
Did you hear the grunting?
No, there was grunting.
Yeah, the grunting.
You heard it.
Oh, I heard it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was. Which way did it come from?
I don't know. Maybe I'll use my perception. I got a 12.
You can tell it's coming. You can tell it's coming from slightly to the right of the direction Thandor thought the water was coming from.
Well, okay. Well, what do we want to do?
Well, you guys are fighters. You go first.
I think we should creep like cartoon style.
Okay.
Okay.
Brackeye proceeds to creep like the Pink Panther.
Like really lifting up the knees and going
Big
onto
high knees,
the
yeah.
tiptoes,
Yeah.
like hands like
Doubled
kind of-
over in his torso, but
Yeah.
hands up like Mr. Burns a bit.
Yeah.
Do we all do stealth checks then?
Yeah, all four of you do that. You roll a group stealth,
Yep.
which is what, as long as half the people pass.
Yep. 14.
4.
4.
Oh, no Snatch.
I don't weigh much.
Snatch was a 19,
Oh, well, that's half the people.
so half the people did pass.
Hey.
Hijinks ensue as you you comically creep your way through the jungle, and you come across what looks to be a fairly bloody battle scene. You see what appear to be several humans that lay motionless on the ground, and as you arrive, you see a lanky human painted all in white with like red and green patterns painted across its arms, thighs, and face, and only garbed in very minimal sort of clothing around the chest and the loins. And blood streams from several wounds as she fends off her
Does
attacker.
Alan look at the loincloth enviously?
Yeah, that's a really nice loincloth. How many loincloths are there on these dead bodies? Enough to make a loincloth suit.
Well, there's several humans that lay motionless on the ground, so you could certainly try it. But at the moment, there is a female human that is fending off her attacker, which is this large, rubbery-skinned green troll that just slashes at her with these huge, sharp claws. And she tries to fend off the blow with a spear, but it deals her a savage blow, sending her to one knee as she drops her spear. Alan, Brackeye, who's...
Are the tight fives heads poking out from a tree, like one on top of the other, like the brain
Yes.
like, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Sorry, the tight 4.
Type 4.
The Type 5 doesn't really work right now.
Festive 4.
Now, okay.
Alan was holding up his... well, Greg was holding up his dice.
Is she lined up with the troll? Can I hit it with a lightning bolt?
Yeah, sure. She's not in the way.
Yeah, great. I'll lean out from the tree and seeing the woman in danger, I'll fire a lightning bolt at the troll. So crackling energy roars down my arms and into my hands, which I clasp together and shoot out a beam of electricity straight towards the troll. Make
Great.
a dexterity save.
Dexterity of...
Now, how do you know that
he's
she
the
was?
bad guy, right? That's what I was thinking.
Like,
It's a troll. I've read about it in the Jungle book.
Jingle
16.
bells, jingle bells.
Roll your damage.
Who's rolled a lot of dice? Bunch of D6s. A big stack of D6s. A cornucopia of D6s!
32 points of electricity damage.
Jesus.
Okay. The four of you are peering around a tree, cartoon style, and Alan, your hand appears from behind as you reach behind and summon the magical energy, sending a lightning bolt flying through the air, and it cracks straight into the troll's face just as it is about to grab her head in its two large rubbery hands to twist her head off. And the electricity crackles all throughout its body and sends it flying backward into the trees, and it is not moving. She looks around in shock, and you see a warrior's eyes as she is ready and alert, holding her spear, and she peers wide-eyed at the four of you and then stands in a battle stance holding her spear.
I lean out
towards
from the tree and wave at her and hello, and give her a winning smile. Ding.
In your loincloth.
Yeah.
Yeah, good one.
her head.
She's wearing one too. Apparently it's cool here, okay?
Her head tilts to one side and she speaks at you in a language you don't understand.
You know, you shouldn't assume, Alan, that she even needed help.
Well, he was going to twist her head off. It didn't look very friendly. Hello, yes,
You don't know anything about their customs.
my name is... No, I don't. You're right, I interfered.
Could have been some sort of, like, proving ceremony for, like, a rite of passage or something.
Well, she was doing pretty well. Would you prefer to die? I mean...
Up to her.
Well, I
I
guess
don't know, maybe, like, I mean, the troll probably looks like he's probably more native to this area than,
Oh, yeah, well...
you know.
She's looking
He'll
at
probably regenerate, though.
each of you as you speak, and her head is kind of going one to the other. And she clearly has no idea what you're saying, and she's sort of looking at you warily, and she slams the butt of her spear into the ground and says, Monyosu fu salabaji.
Yes, it's a very nice spear.
Why pretend you know what she says? You don't know what she says. Do you speak her language?
No, I don't.
Well, then, you know, it's...
I'm interpreting her non-verbal communication. Okay, Brackeye?
That's a fair point. The body language... Yeah, well... All right. Brackeye sheathes... I'm sheathing my sword. Look at me sheath my sword. There we go. Brackeye
I
sheathes his
didn't know you had it out, but Brackeye sheathes his sword in a gesture of peace.
Yeah. And then he does a body kind of energy kind of
body
wave through his
roll.
arms, a body roll. Yeah. And then shrugs.
You pop it and lock it.
I panicked. I don't know what to say.
Brackeye does the robot.
Then he drops and does the worm.
Thandor comes out from behind the tree, plants his glaive in the ground, much like the way that she did, and then pounds one fist to his own chest in like a sign of warrior respect.
I feel like that's cultural appropriation, just quietly. Anyway.
I'm trying to assimilate, man. I'm just trying to tell her that it's okay.
Yeah, shut up, Brackeye. Stop picking apart everything he's doing. Look, it seems to be working. And you look up and the aggressiveness of her stance seems to have lessened somewhat. And she looks at the three of you and speaks at you again. This time her tone is a little less aggressive and hence with the fucking less aggressive stance.
Does she do any sort of dance move in response? No
Yeah,
pressure,
does
she
she?
doesn't have to, just a thought. Just Brackeye's looking closely for anything that could be interpreted.
She
Does she
does.
relax normal battle and engage in dance battle?
She busts out the sprinkler.
That's a good one. That's pretty
no, that's pretty good.
That's good.
Alan points at her wounds and sort of reaches hands out in a gesture to help and slowly begins to approach her, sort of open arms in a peaceful, hands up, defenseless gesture.
Can you roll? Or maybe that's her. What checks would oppose there?
Could I maybe do like persuasion at a disadvantage or something? Or
Yeah, no, yeah,
sense motive,
yeah. Do
is that a
that.
thing?
Do
Inside, that's the one.
do persuasion.
disadvantage or advantage or regular, vanilla?
Just regular. Regular's fine. I'll roll an insight.
18.
Yeah, she's calmed by what you're doing. She looks down at her wounds and looks at you and kind of cocks her head to the side, seeing this other pasty being coming towards her. She says, "You."
I sort of reach out, and as my hand touches her, I want to heal her wounds. So I want to cast Cure Wounds on her.
Great. This glowing light suffuses your hand and passes into her being, and it knits her wounds together. What did you get?
I got an 8 on the dice.
On a D8?
Yeah.
Nice one. You see the wounds on her body close up, and she gasps, and she looks at you wide-eyed and kind of falls to her knees and looks up at you. And she stands up and she gestures for you to follow and points at all of you as if follow, follow, follow. And she starts taking steps into the jungle.
See, I told you loincloths were in here.
You wait. Next he's going to hand her a pamphlet about God and a bill.
Yeah, I know. Too bad it's the wrong god. Anyways, let's go. You didn't hear that. You didn't get to hear that. You didn't hear that. That was a private conversation between Brackeye and Thandor.
If it's a private conversation, have it in a private place, Thandor.
You didn't hear it.
Where do you keep getting those pamphlets, by the way?
You don't want to know.
They smell like shit.
Oh, gross. Now, speaking of those loincloths, she has kind of turned away and starts leading the way into the jungle, picking through sort of parts that are easier to tread. And both Thandor and Snatch and also Brackeye start following. Alan, you also start to follow, but you do notice the corpses of the other humans that were with her.
Are they dressed in
Are they dressed
similarly?
similarly? They're dressed in the same way. Then I'm not going to take their clothes.
Are you not?
No.
Does it cross your mind at all?
It does, and then also the fact that they're dressed the same way as her and stealing clothes off the bodies of the dead that are related to this person in a pinch is forgivable under my sort of God's thing, but right now, not suitable.
Plus a loincloth's a loincloth, am I right?
Right, yeah. And this one is rather fetching and has garnered me some attention so far.
Great. So you follow her, and she continues for the next maybe hour to lead you deeper into the jungle, and you hear the sounds of life all around you. The humidity and heat of the day continue to grow, even into sort of the late afternoon, and you stop by a stream and a small waterfall and are able to
God.
replenish.
Finally.
Just jump straight in.
Pretty much, you all jump in.
Oh, so dirty.
Thandor does not jump in his plate mail. He is
He
afraid
just
of
dips his feet in.
well, he's afraid of drowning, really. So, yeah.
Brackeye's drinking, and then Thandor's feet go in just upstream. He just starts tasting kind of funny. He goes, and then he realizes and moves further. He goes, Thandor.
You almost kind of don't care, though. The water is amazing, and it replenishes you, and you feel much, much, much better. Just even the temperature of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
The feety taste does wonders for the soul.
Oh, it's soothing on those mosquito bites too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you have been attacked, Alan. Especially you. For some reason.
I
Just
love
mosquitoes.
that ASMR taste.
Yep. That ASMR blood.
They probably get like extra healing from the blood. I don't know.
Probably.
Also, I glow, so probably
They're
They
now
all-
fireflies.
I'm covered in moths. Actually, don't need clothes. Got a
Yes.
moth blanket.
Kind of gross.
You just leave this
As I turn, it's
thin
just a
layer of
fluffy-
dust.
Yeah, I'm just covered in those grey
silvery
moth
film.
dust.
That's great.
She seems very eager to lead you onwards, and you follow. As you continue to do so, you slowly hear the sound of drums drifting through the trees, and she whistles, and you actually spot movement in some of the trees, and you can see that there are other humans painted white and with different colours and patterns painted all over their bodies. And then they pass whistles down the line, and you hear a series of whistles head further into the distance. And the thickness of the jungle starts to give away here a bit. And you can see that the trees have been cleared, and there are crude huts here and there with trinkets hanging above the entryways. Skins of animals are stretched out outside each of the abodes.
I see the tourism industry is well in operation.
I just hope they've got some good food here.
Something smells pretty good.
Yeah, I'm pretty
I
hungry.
am so hungry right now.
Whatever those skins was covering.
As you guys are having that conversation, a dozen or so of her tribesfolk arrive to help escort you, and you can see that there are children in the background gawking, and there's a leader of the newcomers that have come to escort you, the short, sinewy male, and he stands and looks at you all, and he has these piercings in his eyebrows, and one side of his head is completely shaved, while the other side has long black hair braided in to a braid. And he stands and seems to demand something of you.
Now remember, boys, when you're abroad and you're getting accommodation, you never take the first option. Make sure you see another place first and then choose one from there, all right?
Okay, all right,
Okay.
good.
Don't be afraid to negotiate.
Good plan.
Okay. What do you want?
Hello. Yes,
Points
we,
at you all.
we healed your tribe member. You're welcome.
2 rooms, 3 rooms, at some reasonable rate would be good.
Maybe
breakfast, if
a
you got
bath,
it.
a
Definitely
bath.
dinner. Can you recommend a place for dancing? We would be very much obliged.
And is the breakfast continental?
Ooh, Shingala. And he steps forward and roll an insight check, all of you.
12.
9.
16.
Thandor, you're just really keen on some kind of resort holiday accommodation. You think you're in here, but both Brackeye and Alan, you pick up that maybe something's not quite right here, and the tone of his gestures seem to be a little bit aggressive, and you realize he actually seems to be asking you to relinquish your weapons. He's pointing at the many weapons on your person, Brackeye.
Apologies, Garçon. Did not realise it was one of those kind of establishments. Brackeye removes his weapons.
And you give them to them. Great. Oh, and snatch them. What's going on?
I think they want us to remove.
It's a classy place, Snatch.
Yeah, they want you to remove your weapons. I obviously.
They want to take They want to take Betsy? That's what I call my glaive now.
Okay. How long is that?
Just now.
Yeah.
I'm a little.
I like it.
I'm a little bit tired. That's
I like that you're
all.
trying new things.
Yeah.
I support you.
Thank you.
So does Betsy.
They want to. So why are we giving them our weapons?
It's a classy place. You can't just be walking
It
around.
doesn't. It's a fucking. It's in the woods.
Just because it's in the woods doesn't mean it's not classy.
Yeah. I've been to some lovely
okay.
treetop
You're just
resorts.
gonna hand over your weapons, are you, Snatch?
Well, I don't know. Let me roll a d20 and see what Snatch actually thinks. Yep, no, I'm happy to hand those over. Didn't roll well. Yep, it's here you go. And he takes out his hidden daggers and hands them over and puts them on a pile on the ground. If it means we get like more food or a softer bed or something,
Right
I'm
now,
all
I don't
for
give a
it.
shit. Yep.
Yeah, I'm really hungry.
Okay. All right. No worries. Well, if we all end up in a pot, no worries. And
Now that's racial profiling right there.
Yeah.
Come on now.
And, we're not defenseless.
I know I'm not defenseless either. But okay, no worries. Thandor hands over Betsy. I'm playing with Betsy.
Great.
Well,
As you
it
do
may
that-
change at some other point. I
I've
don't
been
know.
playing with
Let's do
Betsy
it.
a fair bit too much.
So you do that.
Drinking Betsy a lot late at night. I heard you last night.
Oh.
Yesterday, today, while we were sleeping.
Oh no.
Isn't that the name of a movie?
While you were sleeping.
Yeah, in that context.
I heard you yesterday, today, while we were sleeping.
Award-winning movie.
Great film.
Lyric though.
It was real Oscar bait though.
Yeah.
Anyway,
directed by Bradley
so
Cooper.
the leader of these these newcomers, snaps his fingers and points forward. Ooh, charaki, zarabada. And one of the others comes forward and gathers your weapons up, and then he looks at you again and says, "Ooh, shingara, fu shinumoro wa izara ha." And someone else steps forward, and they have these coils of rope.
Oh, now. I
Told
didn't know
ya.
it was this sort of weekend.
Told ya. Okay. All right.
And the
Thandor-
rest of them slowly start to circle around you.
Thandor puts his hands behind his back and goes, well, you guys wanted this. Now we're into it. All right, well, let's get this party started. Thank you very much. Okay.
One of them flits up behind you and starts to bind your hands behind your back.
I'm going to try and pull a Luke Skywalker here. I'm going to step into the center and just hold up my hands in a really peaceful, sort of open gesture and
Great.
cast Beacon of Hope on myself. So
He's got all the
I
silvery
picture
you
you more
can.
as C-3PO.
Yeah, totally.
You're like C-3PO trying to talk to the Ewoks in Return of the Jedi.
Exactly.
Totally.
And he's all covered in silver from the moths.
So, and I start to glow with an inner vitality and light, and as the power of the spell begins to glow from me. We don't mean you any harm. There's no need to tie us up.
Yeah, great. As you start glowing, they all start murmuring amongst each other in awe, and they drop to their knees, almost prostrate. Jesus Christ.
Prostrate or
Prostrate.
prostate?
Prostrate. Prostrate. They drop.
Oh my god, that's the best ad tag.
Oh dear. As you start glowing, they are all amazed by this power that seems to be coursing through you, and they drop to the ground in awe. Thandor, your hands are still bound behind your back.
Oh, well. I think that his whole helm is...
You've been loving this.
Oh, no, I'm really not. They all think he's a fucking god. This is bullshit. Anyways.
Please free my friend and let's have a feast in my honor.
They look at you and they have no idea what you're saying. The leader sort of directs some of his companions again and points at both Brackeye and Snatch. Ooh, yada, jungu, do. And they come over to both Snatch and Brackeye, and they still want you to bind your hands. Not Alans, just the others.
I sort of want to wave my hands and shake my head and point at Brackeye and Thandor and Snatch.
The leader looks at you and cocks his head and oh, gada, dundudu, and shakes his head and gestures that they must have their hands bound.
Is there anyone close to me?
They're all
Anyone
like
within 5 feet of me?
yeah.
Can I step to a space where there isn't anyone within 5 feet of me?
Yeah, you can step probably more towards the center of the circle, but you just sidle up.
Yeah, I step into the center and cast Word of Radiance and say no, and a burning radiance glows from me, and like heat and radiant energy just bursts out of me in a bright flash.
Yeah,
Which
cool. What does it actually do?
It does damage to anyone within 5 feet.
Oh, okay. So you're just trying to show off now.
Show a warning, like that. I don't want that.
Except for the one lizard that was kind of there.
Yes.
5 feet.
And then I pick that up and eat it immediately because I am very hungry.
You bite the head off the scorched lizard, and it is delicious.
Oh.
And one of the children over in the trees goes, as you eat its pet. And
He's doing crappy tricks. This is bullshit.
yeah, the leader yells out a command word, and suddenly more armed folk come out of the trees, and a few of them lift blowguns to their mouths, and each of you feels a dart enter into your necks.
I was about to cast light on myself. Damn it.
Well, you can roll a fortitude. They do fortitude in 5th edition. Constitution. You can roll a constitution save. 20!
Oh, nice. Damn, Daddy.
Wow.
I look straight at the person who blew the dart at me, and my eyes just burn, just like shooting daggers straight back at him, and I just go.
Yeah, and a little bit of poison like leaks out from between the tuft of hair and your neck beard.
Oh God, man, fuck! I gotta get rid of that shit.
But you still stand as, what did the rest of you guys get?
21.
21 total.
save.
He rolled a natural 20. Yeah. All right, you start to feel very woozy. You don't pass out completely, but your legs drop out from under you a little bit.
I stumbled down one.
Brackeye, what'd you get?
17.
17. You pass out. You land face first in the ground. Snatch is also feeling woozy, but still remains conscious. You guys get swarmed by these villagers, and
Oh, you are. Oh, bad call.
they start leading you.
Thandor.
They swarm you and start to push you in towards the village.
Thandor,
center.
we're not going to kill all these people, are we?
I'm not gonna kill him. Thandor goes, enough, and casts Sacred Flame. Down on a point where it's not gonna actually take someone out.
Yep. Does Sacred Flame require somatic components?
Doesn't really matter because I've got Warcaster, so I don't need somatic components.
Wait, and tell me what Warcaster does.
Oh, feet. You feet.
So I got a new feat, which is Warcaster, which allows me to perform spells without need to do somatic
Awesome.
movements. So I can cast a spell holding a weapon, or if my hands are tied.
Great. So it's not tied to your weapon, which you willfully gave to them before.
Fancy.
Yeah, do you need the focus?
Do you need your spell focus?
There is no material components. It is only verbal and somatic, which... so I said, enough.
And enough is enough. So what are you casting?
I'm casting Sacred Flame. So flame-like radiance descends on a creature that you can see within range.
Another lizard.
Which one?
Oh,
Which one?
oh, do I choose the leader?
Or the girl?
Nah, not the girl. The girl's a good one.
Success.
I cast it on the guy that has tied us up.
Larry.
The target, Larry.
Not Larry.
Enough, Larry. The target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw, or take 1d8 radiant damage.
What's the dex?
DC is 15.
Yep. Roy damage.
So Thandor yells out enough as the clouds part slightly and this flame comes raining down from the sky atop the leader. And oh, he's actually quite lucky because I only rolled a 1 on the d8, which plus 4 is 5 points of radiant damage.
Radiant damage rains down upon this guy, and poor old Larry goes stumbling backwards, just swatting at his face and slapping himself in the face. That's the worst fucking language ever. But anyway, he goes stumbling backwards. He trips on a rock and falls backwards, smashing his head on another rock, and a dark pool of blood
Oh no. Oh,
spreads out underneath him. He is not moving.
would you say he's unconscious?
I would say he's dead.
Can I go up to him? I'm gonna walk over to him and I'm gonna like kind of kneel beside him and try and touch him, and I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying.
Nice.
What does that do?
Which is
if he's making death saves. Yes.
you touch a living creature that has 0 hit points. The creature becomes stable. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
Yeah, you got to touch a living creature. He's dead.
Oh, he doesn't even roll that. Oh,
You
No!
shuffle over
Larry!
and lean down and start trying to like touch this unconscious.
Didn't mean it. Oh no.
Take that
oh,
back.
No.
Takes his back. Takes his back.
No, takes it back. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, things don't go well. A bunch of the villagers close in on you and they butt you in the temple with their the butt of their spears, and you
Ow.
see blackness.
But I'm still good, right?
No.
Oh.
They hit you as well. Brackeye, everyone.
They got me with the dart. I was out.
Oh, you were out, weren't you? Yeah, so you don't see any of this. Oh, that's why you weren't doing anything. Everyone knocked unconscious.
Oh shit. That didn't go well. Just pissed off an already angry village. Maybe not my strongest point, but I'm sleep deprived, so hey.
Hey, I thought we had them there with the light and show.
I don't
and
know.
The point is, we're all doing our best.
No matter how shit that might be.
So a short time later, you all come to, and it is very late afternoon. the sun's rays are disappearing over the treetops. And you come to in separate cages made of wood, but they seem to be very firmly tied. You are guarded by a couple of these white-painted, colourful patterned warriors, each with different kind of crazy hairstyles. And you awaken in cages. You've been brought into the middle of their village, and there are crude huts all around you, but straight in front of you, what you notice is like a small, squat, rectangular stone structure, which is almost pyramid-like in shape. There are 3 different levels to it, each of which is maybe about 5 feet high and a few feet deep, so that the top is a rectangular, flat surface. There are steps carved down the center of each side, and you can see around you the villagers seem to be fearful but also excited, and they keep casting their eyes toward the sky as you all come to, and you notice that you're all bound. Your hands are all bound behind you, and in your vision you notice one human that is garbed in this leopard skin with piercings in every part of his face. There are ornaments of bone and colourful feathers hanging from him, and he comes to inspect you all. You're awake?
I lean forward and press my face against the bars of the cage. Hello, is this a party? I don't. This doesn't seem very friendly.
I'm really sorry about the other guy. I was just trying to scare you a little. Like you were being mean to me, and I didn't mean to kill him. I tried to save him, but it didn't work. I'm sorry.
Rule 1 of apocalypse training. Don't get put in a cage by a pack of wild people in the jungle.
Well, I asked you what your apocalypse plan was earlier, and you never mentioned it, so...
Hopefully this is a party pyramid down in the middle.
And would you have said that when we woke up we've had a short rest or a long rest?
I wouldn't call it particularly restful at all. I would call it being knocked out. As you all talk, this shaman of sorts lifts his hand and yells out a guttural word, and the captors next to each of your cages kind of poke you with spears and draw a little bit of blood. Brackeye, you are starting to feel very weak again, and you're sort of shivering, and sweats are racking your body a little bit. Drums are beating as the villagers seem to be preparing for some kind of ritual, and fires are being lit as you were just talking to your captors.
I feel like they want us to listen to that shaman of sorts.
Now
Shaman of shorts.
he's wearing denim shorts with the pockets.
Oh, Jorts.
And the leopard skin?
Oh.
Yeah, and the leopard skin.
A leopard never changes his shorts.
And a leopard mesh vest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from inside the leopard mesh vest, he pulls a large ceremonial blood-stained blade out of it. And he looks at you and he says, "God's angry. You feed. God's no more angry." And he walks up towards the top of the squat pyramid. And
Oh wait, you speak common? Look, we are friends of the gods. You don't want to anger our gods. His one is particularly nasty.
You don't want to anger him. Ooh.
both of your taunts and attempts to
Can I do an intimidation check just for shits and gigs?
yeah, go for it.
I'd go for a persuade as well.
Sure.
Oh shit, that was nice. That was 19, 21.
I got a 25 in total for persuasion.
Wow. You guys both feel
They're pretty good taunts.
they
you have to
are
admit.
really good taunts. The only problem is they fall on deaf ears. You look up towards the shaman and you notice that the entire village have cast their eyes fearfully toward the sky in expectation, and you can't help but look up too as you see the moons rise above the treetops, and there is a collective gasp. Many of the white painted humans throw themselves to the ground, and they are terrified by what they see. You look up and you see in the sky a sight at once wondrous and shocking. Where there would be two moons, there is instead a great mess of debris and rock and huge different coloured fragments that look like they may have once formed two whole moons. The larger fragments of both moons have somehow coalesced together, their gravitational pull keeping them in orbit of each other somehow, and a great nimbus of light and dust surround it all, the exploding chunks of moon streaking outward behind it all, so that it somewhat gives off the impression of giant slash marks across the face of one of the moons. And even though they're fragmented and they are very much not what you are used to, the moon still shines bright. And through the carnage of the celestial bodies, the moon is still very much full. As the shaman starts chanting atop this pyramid, he takes his ceremonial dagger and slices it across his palm, and Brackeye, your back arches in pain. Your entire body spasms as every hair stands on end. Something stirs deep within you, and a loud cracking and popping sound echoes across the village. Your skin tightens, chills rack your body, followed immediately by intense sweats. You become aware of every single molecule of skin, and you're not sure if your skin shrinks or if your bones grow bigger, but you feel a tearing, scalding sensation as thick, shaggy fur starts sprouting from every inch of your body, and you lay on the ground convulsing wildly as you groan and grunt and cry out in pain. You can taste your own blood as your teeth lengthen and sharpen and gnash together. Your ears and nose elongate into that of a canine, and suddenly your senses explode with awareness. You can smell the fear on the humans all around you. The smell of the blood dripping from the shaman's hands fills you with a bloodlust you've never known before. The sensation encompasses you fully, and you lose yourself entirely to it. Everyone else? You witness this terrifying transformation of your friend before your very eyes, as Brackeye's body is racked by convulsions, his limbs twist and crack as fur sprouts from his skin. Whatever belongings he has drop to the ground as you witness him transform into a ferocious and terrifying wolf with shaggy, grey matted fur and, weirdly, what looks to be a green streak of lichen running from between his ears and down his spine. His eyes glow with a dull red ferocity, and great globs of saliva drip from a razor-sharp maw that he lifts to the heavens and lets out a mournful but rage-filled howl. And that's where we're going to end the game.
That's awesome. And that is Chapter 2, Book 2, or Book 2, Chapter 2. It's the same thing, but a different way round.
Ooh.
Our next chapter installment will be, now it's an installment and a chapter, and I'm all over the shop. But it's on the 23rd of December. Go to our website, check out Adelaide Fringe. Thanks, as always, to our Patreon subscribers, our patrons, our delicious patrons.
Thanks, everyone.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
I love
That
that
was
we're
good.
making it really clear for everybody now.
Yeah, I feel good about
This
it.
new, we told them we'd bring them new stuff. We're bringing them book and chapter both ways.
It's the same shit, but in a new package.
Here you go, same turn, different Ziploc bag.
Minus the art, though. Did you notice?
yeah, no. Well, don't worry, we're making up for the art with fancy titles.
Cool. Post-game chat.
Loose 5.
With the tight,
A tight five.
The tight-
Tight five.
The tight 5 minutes with the
Tight five.
tight five,
tight 5 -1.
With the fishy 4.
Anyway,
fervent. Still thinking of ideas.
Feverish.
what do you reckon, Emil?
Facsimile 4. Yeah. He's a wolf now. That's cool.
Yeah, you're gonna fuck some shit up, dude.
I was trying to remember if he was in a cage alone. I think he was.
He is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for long. You know, fucking tear that shit up.
Yeah. I was thinking like closing shot, he slashes the cage and then bites the camera and it goes to black and credits. But then he was on a roll.
Oh, we should have done that.
You were on a roll. I didn't want to cramp it. It was real good.
I mean, you know, pretty upset we couldn't persuade them to be cooler about things.
I know. I thought we were pulling out all the stuff.
Man, I thought we pulled out some pretty good.
Like, I mean, me flame striking the guy, probably not the best.
Killing Larry was probably the bit where
But I wouldn't have killed him. I didn't kill him.
You didn't technically, but
fell and hit his head on a rock.
Yeah, but then he fell. That's just God's plan.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Tempest's plan, maybe.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. Tempest just did the fire and the radiance. Like, that was, I was just trying to intimidate him.
Are you saying there's another god more powerful than Tempest?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't
Ao.
saying
Seems
that.
to be
Well,
what you're
yeah,
saying.
no, I
If
mean,
it was
there
God's
is-
plan, but Tempest's plan was just to hit him with a
there
thing,
is-
then you're implying that there's another god that is more powerful.
There is one.
Well, there is actually, yeah.
Tell me more about this god.
It's Ao, isn't it? It's like
He's
the
like the
head
creator
of
of all gods. It's like Zeus.
Parthenon. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the head honcho.
Do you have any reading material and said god? Or-
I've got some on Helm that can get you started.
I think it's called like the Player's Handbook?
Yeah.
Or the
You can
Dungeon
try that one.
Master's
Player's
Guide?
Handbook.
Dungeon Master's
yeah, but if
Guide's
he's
got
an
it, I guess.
acolyte of that particular god, like from a DM's point of view, you might know that this god is more powerful than that god. But if he is of that, believes in that god, does he place other gods as like more powerful? Because if think about it, if you're someone who really believes in God, you know there's another god that's more powerful than your god. It's like, well, why would I?
Yeah, but
Why would I believe in the
yeah,
shitty
but
one?
if you
He's
think
like
of it
he's
like
subpar.
ancient Roman pantheons,
Egyptian,
where
Greek,
or Greek and Egyptian, where it's like, hey, I got the god for wind, and I've got the god for wine and partying, and I've got the god for war.
Yeah, I'm a sailor.
I'm the god of war.
So so Thandor believes in the god of war, but it
the
was
god
a
of
different.
wine and partying is way more powerful than him.
Yeah, but it was a different god's plan to
Yeah,
actually kill Larry.
Kill him. That's like Zeus.
he was the god of bad luck. or
How
something.
convenient.
Yeah,
Well,
or maybe
yeah.
maybe it was the god of bad luck. Thank you, Bashaba. Should have said that. Damn it, missed it.
Damn it.
Missed it. I forgot about it.
It's been several months. Don't worry.
Well, anyway,
It was a good episode.
Yeah, I had fun.
Yeah.
I got to play a lot of different things with.
Yeah, get to try out a lot of
Thandor.
stuff. Yeah, it was good.
I did want you guys like going back to being. You were pretty persuasive. It was like, yeah, I mean, accidentally killing someone, not ideal, but
Well,
it was gonna be.
that was under a certain DM's discretion.
Well, look, if I mean, in my head, I was like, all right, I let these guys sit by and watch. Whose sacrifice? Brackeyes? Like, you guys aren't going to sit back and watch.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
I had to subdue you somehow.
Yeah, no,
And
of
it was
course.
getting on. It was getting on in the evening and the episode, and
Oh no, I understand the decision. Like
Yeah.
we've
Yeah,
both had to
totally.
make it as a DM and push forward. I was just talking about my all the spell casting.
Oh, yeah,
and-
hats
and
off.
taunts. And
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
Thought we were doing
using-
quite well.
Using spells in a different way, as opposed to like just
Cheap
going,
party tricks.
Yeah, as I said, they
was
were
cool.
cheap party tricks.
yeah, wasn't expecting that.
And I kind of like the whole like, this guy, he's fucking everyone's thinking that he's a god. Look at this is bullshit. You're nothing. Well, you're not nothing. You're a good friend and
Yeah,
everything.
thanks,
but like,
thanks, dude. Yeah. No, you always know how to pick up my
but
confidence.
Tell me you really feel. He's
Yeah,
nothing.
no, it's fine, man.
okay, honey.
I'm still a bit wounded for the loss of my friend.
All right, well, you can tune in to hear Danny and Greg.
Bicker and argue about
Helm
Helm
Tempest.
For
Tempest.
6 straight hours.
this arbitrary
Yeah.
argument about two fictional gods.
Yeah,
Anyway.
tune into our YouTube channel for our
Reaction
God
videos
battles
at the
and
God battles.
yeah.
Between two gods.
Yeah, our
Um,
2-hour YouTube video of just Daddy and I sitting in front of an oven talking about Helm and Tempest.
While Danny bakes his new oatmeal scones.
Mm.
Delicious.
I am not going to watch that.
They're
But,
scrumptious.
Well, I have a reaction video to it, so you can watch my reaction.
oh, great, I'll watch that.
And you can have a reaction video to my reaction.
Yeah.
Whatever, Emil, you don't have social media accounts.
Ooh,
Oh,
burn,
sick bird. Get Twitter.
I'm on Twitter.
It's all right, man. I have Twitter and I never use it, but I have it, so
What's
they
the
can
point
no
of
longer
They do,
use
you
that.
do. Look, everybody tweet at Dice Paper Roll and ask Emil to get Twitter. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah. If how many people will it take to do that to make you get it, Emil? And to make you stop yawning into the microphone?
This is my answer to both questions.
Okay, good. Well, everyone, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, you can support us on patreon.com/dicepaperroll, share the podcast, and we will see you in 2 weeks' time. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, these chats will probably be on Patreon from now on, by the way.
Because they're clearly
Worth money.
Yeah, so if you think this is worth $1 a month, sign on up.
so far it's been go.
Bronze at the...
Hey, they're insightful. Hey,
Yeah, a little bit.
And when we get to talk about it's us. Hey.
It's raw. It's honest.
Yeah.
It's naked. It's wrapped in a moist towel.
Can anyone do a good mosquito sound? I don't know. I'm just wondering. I thought it might be a nice addition.
Yours is a fly.
Yeah, yours is definitely a fly.
Surely we could. I thought we'd get a clip of it.
Yeah, we'll get a clip of it. That makes more sense.
And like a jungle chirp. We're at the Formula One. Oh yeah, that fucking when one's in your ear when you're trying to sleep.
Oh my god. It's the worst.
Fuck you.
Anyway, sorry. This is a thought.
And it bites your face.
Good end tag though.